Good evening, everyone. It's Paul Daniels here again, and tonight, for a bit of a change, I've got to go back to some coding. A few of you who watch the Louis Rossmann streams may have noticed that every now and then Louis tends to run out of columns on the Open Board View program. I'll give you a demonstration of this. Open Board View. Something like this. When he does the search, so he's got 1, 2, 3, and he often wants a fourth or maybe a fifth or who knows how many. So we're going to go along and provide this by adding the ability to set the number of columns as a customizable feature. So if we go over to the board view program here, this is the main core of the code. I think it's line 1060. No, let's have a look for column. Oh my goodness, can't spell. Oh, right, I had my 6 in the wrong place. It's supposed to be 1600. Anyway, we can see here we've got column set to 3. It's a hard-coded figure, and we've got 3 here as well. So we're going to change this to be a customizable option, and to do that, first thing we do is we go and we give ourselves the ability to have multiple columns. This here is the various parameters. So let's see. Pick a place, any place. We'll just int search columns. We'll say 4 for the sake of being different. Okay, configuration paths. What we'll do here is we're just going to set it as a default. The path was. I don't really have actually any other. Oh, here we go. Here's some search parameter. Here we go. Search columns. That's probably going to mess up a few people because I imagine most people spell that differently. But since I'm the writer, the programmer here, I get to dictate until someone else changes it. And then that will probably start a great big coding war. Not really. Alright. Now, while I'm here, I may as well. Oh, can I get this? Yeah, I haven't used this code for a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. First thing I want to do is. This here is probably going to have how many columns we can actually go for. Yeah, there we go. 3 columns. So this is hard coded, which means even if we have a variable parameter in the configuration file, we have to somehow get this number 3 here to be dynamic. But I'm actually going to cheat. And this is, funnily enough, this is one of the comments I made in one of today's streams about being a bit of a memory hog and whatnot, and hard coding things in rather than doing them dynamically. But realistically, you're probably not going to fit more than 5 columns into the system, so we're actually going to set a maximum limit of 5. And now, probably set 255. I should actually define that up here. Hash define search columns max 5. And now I've got to try and find where I'll put that because I'm in. There we go. Alright. So that's that bit started. Let's go back to where we were. That's fine. And what we need to do Okay, so we've got 1690, that's our line number here. I just want to go back up to where we read in the configuration for that. Where was those other search parameters that we... Nope. What were those search parameters? Jump to the fifth buffer. Oh, center zoom, right, okay. Center. Alright, so here we go. We'll just add in the search here. Search. Search columns. Paths. It's an integer. Search columns. Set the default to 3, so if it doesn't exist, we'll go with 3 columns. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. Now, just want to... Did I put that in there? Yep, search column, right. We're going to set that to 3. Otherwise, we have a bit of inconsistency going on there. Yeah. Search column. So now the board view will have the board view object will have a variable in it called search columns, which will be what we need. So let's go to 1600. Okay, where? Okay. Let me just change this to search columns, and likewise here. And will this work? I really don't know. I guess we'll find out. Actually, I probably should just see. Yeah, see, there's this here. This is a bit of manual hacking there. So to get away with that, this is what's called up when we hit the escape key to clear all the search. So instead of doing it manually like that, we can just do a memset. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, I cannot type tonight. I'm pretty sure it's 0 first. I like to do it like this to indicate that we're actually assigning a character, a null character. You can just put a 0 there, but I suppose it's just the pedantic side of me. Now, if msearch was a pointer in C, this size of would be just useless. But because I know it's an array, it's a 2D array, the size of it is actually meaningful. I'm just going to comment out this bit. I'm fairly sure that's memset. Some functions you just tend to forget over and over and over again what their correct calling structure is. Yeah, so it's you point it to the object, the character you want, and how many of them. Thank you very much. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, wait, how am I supposed to define... I just realized I need to be able to configure that in the GUI. No. Let's pop back. What's a parameter? Before. So zoom factor, that should about do it. Zoom factor. what I'm looking for here is this sort of thing where we define in the GUI to set the configuration of things. So here we go. So it's like the font size, DPI. Where's our search thing? Viewport, flip annotation. La la la. Here we go. Center search. And we're just gonna steal. So what is that? 840. We're just gonna steal a similar thing here. Okay, it's yank 4 lines. Spit them out. Halo diameter. What? I don't want to float. How do I get that one? Get rid of those. I want an integer one to steal. I probably could have written it all now by hand, but nope. Had to do it this way. Here we go. Yank 3. Spit them out. There we go. Search. Whoops. Columns. Search. Columns. Search columns. Search columns. Who knows if that's going to compile? We'll find out now. Oh, yeah, then we actually have to make sure we update where we write the configuration. So this area here is where we, how should I say this, where we read it. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot, that's right. See, it's only been a couple of months since I've actively been really working on Open Board View every day during that 6-month period where we took it from the Chloridite original version up to release 7.2, 7.3, which is what 7.3, which is what Louis is using now, or at least I should say on, say, Easter. And in that short amount of time, you forget a lot of the things that you're doing. So it's important to write clearly the code so that you can read it later, because you really do forget these things. And there is, let's see how many. What have we got here? 4,400 lines just in this file, and there's easily another 4,400 lines scattered everywhere else. And as the program becomes bigger and you become more specialized in certain areas, you do forget what's going on in the other places. And if you ever think to yourself, oh, I'll come back and write comments for this later, you're pretty much screwed, because you won't. And then you will spend extra time trying to work out what you're doing. Okay, well, I've got to, yep, that's what I'm after. Let's see if this can compile. Build. I had to do the recompile flag there because I can't remember whether the last build I did was for Windows or not. I really have to thank Piranov for doing such an excellent job in creating the cross-compiler system for this. It saved us so much time. It made developing Open Board View that much easier, because we didn't have to keep going back and forth between Visual Studio and GCC Linux. Instead, what? I've got an error. What's this try key crap? I don't remember this. That doesn't make any sense at all. FGL 224. 224. Check it. Oh, that's what that is. That was me stuffing around debugging code. Typical. That was actually a perfectly good example. I didn't comment that. I had to remember. I was lucky, I only just did that recently. Yeah. That was something I think I did for when I was trying to fix it up for Chris Long with the file association problems. Alright, looks like we're good. Let's see how much crap we did, how much breakage we created. Let's see. Well, we've got 3 columns. That's an interesting start. Program preferences. Well, that needs obviously to be made more like these ones, but let's try 5 columns, and that will already have been set. Oh, look at that, Louis, huh? 5 columns there. Let's see if they work. 1800. Oh, the other thing I've really got to thank Peronov for is this spell checking system. Like, see if I do this, and it is meant to say, "Do you mean?" You can't read it because the columns are too narrow. That is going to be an adjustment we need to make it so that this here expands out a bit more. That's okay. We'll first R091 091 009. See, now when I use this, I would normally just go R091 and then pick up all those. Let's go use 7200. Okay, so what have we got there? 1800, 12, 13, 15. And it doesn't look like. What have we got here? 12, 13. Flip the board over. 18. I have a feeling. Yep. In the search code, we're only picking up the first 3 items there, so we're going to go fix that. Something's missing there. Boy. Okay, back to the board view program. So we just need to look for that array. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Try that. Right. What do we got here? First button. What is this? Not exactly. Well, there you go. I've screwed myself here because I can't actually remember. Oh, right. It's creating an array of the. Oh, bugger. Ow. It's creating an array here of all these search strings here. Why have I done that? So. So we're going to have to do a little bit more trickery. Classic int x. X equals 1, x less than search columns. Let me just comment that out for now. So this is the trouble when you're hard coding stuff. Alright, so here we go. Once again, more hard coding. Search columns. Search columns. Sometimes you just got to go through this stuff manually like this. Now it looks like I missed that. See, we've got it here, the search column stuff. It didn't take it far enough. We did that code just up here, so we're just going to yank it and pull it back. I'm just going to simplify that. Now the reason why we do the first one separately is because we don't want to clear the results obtained from the first one on the subsequent searches. So the way the search works in Open World View is it looks for whatever's the first column, then goes to the second column, third column, etc. So if you this search compound, it will search the nets and the pins, the nets, the pins, and the parts. Sorry, but it'll also clear the results first. I suppose I could have broken it out in a different way and just simply said clear results and then do full searches. But in the end, it's actually, see, it's already here anyway. It's all just cleared and then search compound. So it's the same effect, just done differently. And that's probably another great big fat argument that people will have. Okay, since I know we're not doing the Windows one now, I don't have to do a recompile. X was not declared. Oh no. We're looking for our X. 1743. 1743. Go. Why aren't you? Oh, right, yeah. I know in the current versions of current releases of C, the current standards, I can actually get away with declaring those variables like on demand as I need them, but I still have a habit of preferring them to declare them up here just for the sake of clarity. Alright, now I have to do all this again. Okay, R19, double O, R19, 10, 19, 11, 19, 12, oh dude. Well, that's a complete and utter clusterfuck. What the fuck happened there? And it's pretty much... What happened there? Substring search. Well, that would work. 1900. 1011. Well, it didn't really work. Oh well, try again. What am I doing wrong? I'm fairly sure search column should be set to 5. Let's see if we can find something else. Maybe it's up here. Just see if this is it. I'm not real sure that it is actually going to be the fault. For some reason my brain is not revealing to me exactly why I've done that. It's something to do with the startup. R900, R910. Oh, okay. 20, 21, 8, 9. Oh, well, it actually was to do with that. Yeah, no, well. Well, that was pretty much the equivalent of replacing parts because they look bad. Now, the ancient was I need to do this properly. So, rather than some crazy trickery there, let's see. I'm just going to put this into a subsection of code. Let's add delightful X again. And I'm pretty sure we just need alright. Search columns max. Yes, this is a bit of hackery. X equals 0, X less than search columns. I know there's other ways of doing it. Everybody has their favorite loops, but honestly, my fingers prefer to type certain ways, and after 30 odd years, there really isn't much point. Okay, first button, x equals m. Yeah, I try to take advantage of these. Try to take advantage of these auto-completes, but half the time they just make me waste more time. Okay, so pointer should equal that should be that. Although if you want to be truly more appropriate, it should be doing that, I think. But it should be the address of what's within. Yeah. Sure, one of you out there who's a far better programmer than me will be screaming right now and saying, "That's wrong!" There we go. What's this? First button was not declared in scope. Why not? Because it isn't. Because I put that scope in there. So we'll just shove that up there. And then it's visible to everybody. Cannot convert. Yeah, so there we go. This is one of those things where you can go for years and years and years and not take the 5 minutes to learn something properly, and so you just sort of cut and try your way around it all the time. It doesn't happen with everything, but enough things to make you think, you know, I really should do better there. 0911, give me my numlocks. 0911, 0912, 0913. No, I want to do a U here. Yeah, let's go U1000. Oh, it's a big one. Okay, 910, U1000, 1213, and 911. All the parts are showing up there. A trillion pins on that. Alright. Okay, so it seems like that search is working. Now let's see if we can adjust it back. So to 3 columns. See what happens. Here we go, 3 columns, search. And did it only search the first 3 items? 11, 10, 12. Brilliant, it did. And the next thing we need to do is make the width of the search parameter window dialog, whatever, yeah, the dialog. We need to make it so it widens up. And now I've got to work out where the hell that is, that we set the width of this window. I think it's actually the columns that I set. Push width, DPI. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm thinking this 500 is about right, and that's for 3 columns. So if 300 is right, sorry, if 500 is right for 3, what I might do, again, this is gonna be a thumb suck, plus DPI, search columns, minus 3 times 50. So for every new column, actually it should be 150. For every new column we add 150 on top. I should do it. Now if you're wondering what the DPI thing is, because we don't know what sort of screen we're running on, it could be a 4K 32-inch screen, the DPI macro here adjusts the it adjusts the actual value depending on the DPI, so we get a fairly consistent screen width relative, regardless of what display we're on. So if you're on a 200 DPI display, then it will say come out at 1000 pixels, whereas if you're on 100 DPI, it'll just come out say at 500. I've actually made that function more complicated than it needs to be. I actually need to do it like this. I do over parenthesize things, but it's more precaution, so just in case in the future I make some adjustments in here, it shouldn't tend to break it. Okay, did I save everything there? Write all. Build. Okay, let's try that again. What have we got? 3 columns, and we're at about 500. Oh, I gotta remember to change that. Okay, 5. What? You're still. What? That's unacceptable. Why? Okay, what did we miss? What the hell was I? Okay, this is the first column. Such close. Why you know makes sense. Okay, we're just going to go right up to the top. Let's see if I can find something. Just looking for the width. See, all these things up here also define the width, so I'm a little confused. Normally it should push out. Well, I suppose the first thing we can try is, instead of this, we can just hard code to say something like 800, which should give us a visual indication if our code is even working. Yeah, that doesn't look like 500, so that's definitely not happening how I'm expecting. Alrighty, what I might do is first go fix up that entrance of configuration thing here. So we just this is what we want. Thankfully, at least once it's built the first time, then subsequent incremental builds are really quick. Okay, search parameters. What? Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot the same line part. Try again. Definitely better to incrementally test this stuff. Here we go, search column set to 5. Great. Now we just have to work out why the heck our search dialog box isn't growing. So this thing here sets where it's actually going to be, which is center of the screen in terms of left to right, and then 100 pixels, well, 100 virtual pixels down. This creates the window. Let's get rid of this crap that we don't actually need. And I'm happy enough with that. I'll leave that there for now. Ooh, I hate this sort of thing. See this? Where you have like a while or a for loop, and then instead of putting it, even though it's only a single statement, I prefer to put it into braces, because otherwise you can get situations like just before where it was down on the next line, and you can sort of miss that a little bit, and you might try to add something as a second operation in there, and it won't actually apply into the loop because it isn't in the braces. So it catches out a lot of people like that. Again, it's a case of pedantic programming to try and save your dramas later. Alright, this is driving me a little bit nuts. Push item with -1. Yeah, I'm really stumped here. This really should be pushing out further. And I can't see where unless, yeah, let's try and make this up wide. It's wider up here. Okay, we'll try to put a dummy in here, like they've got here. We're going to do it after. And we will add 100 per column extra. Okay, 100 times search columns -3. See if that works. Nope, doesn't appear to. But the flippity flippity flip do is going on here. Oh, welcome to the boring parts. So normally if you put a dummy in there, it pushes things out. Whereas this, oh, maybe it's because I'm doing the -1 there. Let's have a look. Nope, you're not right. Justified. Come on. Alright, so how about I do nothing with this? You're hideous. You're just hideous. Well, it was interesting that it didn't make any difference, this bit of code here, so let's change it back to 3. Right. Very strange. Seems that this section here defines the largest width at this point, which is all this here. Well, let's try to put the dummy in there. Ah, flippin' heck. This is probably going to look ugly as sin, but we just want to be able to see what's going on. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Just unfortunately that, as I said, ugly as sin. Alright. So at least we know what seems to be dominating the width there. What can we do? What if we take that and we what if we don't even do this? Oops. So here we go. Oh, that seems to work. Now what happens when we go down to 3? Oh, that seems to work. Yeah, a little bit of weirdness going on here with the separator. Why is the separator looking like that? Do we even need it? I don't think so. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Why didn't I just have like a additional item thing, or if you come up to this item and fill it in, then it should automatically add another one there. I mean, I could do that. It's a little bit more dynamic programming, and it means then that this dialog has to readjust on the fly. Is that possible? Is that possible? Let's have a look at that. These are just weird. No, we shouldn't say weird. These are little things that can sometimes make a big difference in usability. Instead of making someone decide on what column size, how many columns they want, you can just let it grow with them. Let's see. It does cause some complications up here though, but we'll see. Let's see what's going on. I can't sing, so too bad for you. What am I thinking? Now, because this is rendered a rather inefficient way, as in everything's redrawn every single time you change a character or anything like that, I may actually be able to do something like if msearch search columns, if it's not blank, then increase the search columns. Yeah, there's some seriously ugly option there. Who knows, it might work. The first thing we'll do though is set our search column. Well, why not down to 2? Okay. Open up our board. Yeah, I forget. Whatever. 8. 9, 10. Nope, that's not going to work. No, we're going to leave that option alone. So, hard coding, it's going to be for now. I mean, it works. That's what matters. I'm going to just get rid of that separator that's floating around. Yeah, my code's looking ugly now. This is what happens when you go along and add a new feature. You start producing a bunch of crap. Okay, I know this can go. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That can go. Don't need that. Where is that damned separator? Are you there in 16? Well, I should comment that out actually, just in case we get it wrong. I don't have to rewrite it. Ew, what did we do? It's definitely not wrong. Why did that do that? Obviously I've forgotten what causes. I'm pretty sure the separator is that though. Yeah, so we've got one there. Sometimes you go back and you look at the there's another one there. Sometimes you go back and you look at how things appear visually and you sort of go, well, what was I thinking? Half of it is just getting used to things. The other half is a legitimate style thing. Okay, yeah, you can see, like, there's this bloody separator up there. What is going on there? I don't really want that there. And this positioning of the search, reset, and exit is actually quite wrong in terms of human interface model. Search should really be somewhere down here or over here to give you that effect of as you are finished with your job, you're on the right hand side and you click. Exit probably could be replaced by that. I mean, I know I've got them written out here, but it's not the most flowing layout. I've never been happy with it. I mean, it works, but it's not as good as I want. There's also a lot of other things I want to get rid of, like all this annotation and network pins. They're all things that I thought were going to be used a bit more, and and all this up here, that is to do with tablet interface. I was thinking of making that an optional turn on, turn off. Alright, let's see if we can at least sort out where that bloody separator is coming from. It must be coming from here. Could be because of that. Let's have a look. Come on, quit out. Quit. And I gotta stop. So, downloads, boards, 820. What have I got there? 330. Yuck. I don't like that board. Alright, so we're back. And you see what I mean? It with separators, it looks like it. Yeah, just never happy with it. Alright, let's go program preferences. Let's go back up to 3 columns. Okay, 3 columns is good. 90, 100. View 70, 100. Well, this is an interesting case of we've got two things that match U70, 100, even though we actually only want the one. So in these cases, if that comes up and you get a bit of a problem, you can switch over to the whole match rather than just a substring. So we've got 2 resistors and we've got the U70, 100. Beautiful. Now the next thing that we need to do is a bit of error checking. Search columns. And the error checking is I need to, up here, what was our maximum? Oh, we don't need to know because we do it this way. If search columns greater than when search columns equals easy. And I'll put that in braces as well. I have a feeling there's actually, you can limit on the input integer. I'm pretty sure I've done it somewhere else. Where have I done it? Maybe I haven't, because you can see I've got my testing there. Okay. So you can put in a silly value, but it's not going to mean anything. Which reminds me, we should also what? We need to also make sure here that it's a acceptable value. So if search column is greater than his name. Otherwise someone can put in the configuration file that they want 500 columns, and that's going to create a bit of a mess. Alright. Okay, well, I think, dear God, that's taken us nearly an hour. I really don't like this board. What's one I know? I don't know any of these off my head. I don't work on them well enough. Ooh, 315B. I don't. Yep. What are you doing in there? Ah, very good. Okay, C 0960 U 7090 0994. Very nice, that all worked out. Good. Does it match up? That matches up. That's interesting. Test point that. Okay. Let's try punching some ludicrous value. Is it 13 for good luck? No! Why did you accept that and still went with it? What's going on there? Well, let's set my search columns max as. Yeah, it's set to 5. Why did you accept that? You should not have accepted that. Fantastic. The code doesn't work. Did I compile it after that? Maybe not. Aha, yeah, that's why. So that was fun. Okay, chasing a bug that didn't exist because I simply forgot to compile. Oh, nice. That's right. Yes. Let's see, can we go... Oh, that's brilliant. Yep. That's the other thing. You gotta check both sides. All the limits. Pardon me. Okay, build. Let's try again. Can we get below 1? No. Can we go more than 5? No. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so we have actually artificially limited it to 5 columns maximum. Louis, if you have been watching this torturous display of bad programming, then there you go. Your feature's being added. This will probably come out in release, I think it will be 7.4. What are we at now? Yeah, it doesn't show up probably here. Anyway, it'll be a 7.4. It also fixes a couple other things. There were some boards where we would get parts showing on both sides and creating a hyperdense type effect. That's been resolved. And as I said, with Chris Long the other day, we have fixed up the file association loading. So you can go along and say that .brd files need to be loaded by Open Board View, and when you click on their icon, they will load up Board View properly. So we're done. Thank you very much for persisting with this. It's not quite as interesting as doing rework on a board, fixing boards, but this is pretty much how things go when it comes to programming. A lot of stuffing around back and forth. There are other tools you could be using. You could use an IDE system, but in all honesty, I've found for versatility, being able to code anywhere in the world, things like that, using things like Vim or GVim in this case, along with Git, and just plain text editing, stuff like that. Productivity wise, it ends up being pretty much just as good as using an IDE. There are some features that an IDE will give you, like it's nice when they can expand out your various fields and parameters and function calls when you say right click on a particular object, whatever. But it's a trade-off I'm willing to make, because this stuff loads in 1/10 of a second and it works wherever I go. It's really handy. I'm used to it. Like I said, I've been doing this for 30 odd years plus, so it's a trade-off. So I'm willing to take that trade-off and accept the limitations that comes with it. Personally, the work still gets done. I'm fine and I'm happy with that, and everyone else can also use it the same as me, or they can use their own IDE if they want to. So that's everything. Thank you very much for watching, and if you got any questions, just put it into comments and let me know. In the meantime, I'll see you guys next time.